prices of houses seems to be in the news every day, couple of days, certainly every week in New Zealand at the moment. There is a report that's come out this week from a group called Infometrics. Now, Infometrics are a group that look at the latest macroeconomic, industry and regional information according to their website, and they put it at your fingertips. They're not specifically for housing, they look at all sorts of industries, but they've come out talking about the house prices in New Zealand potentially going to drop up to 11% by the end of 2019. Now, there is a bit of a sidebar with this. The good news is lots of new houses being built, up to 40,000 consents every single year, but because of that demand, the price of building materials is going to go up by 5%, but it means in the long term, we're going to have more houses, i.e. less demand, and they are projecting that house prices may come down by the end of 2019. I'm not sure whether that's good or bad. Obviously, if you're building a house, it might cost you more, but then again, if you're buying a house, it might cost you less.
Well, if you thought it was hard to find a tradesman now, I think it's going to get even more difficult, and the cost of building is going to go up, definitely. People might retrain, though, for the great new building boom, which would be fabulous. What do you think?
I agree with you wholeheartedly on that, Lisa. I think that house prices are very high.
Yes.
And it'd be nice if they came down.
Well, but do we want that to happen in the south?
I don't want it to happen at my house.
You don't want it to happen at your house?
If everywhere else
is fine, they could go down.
Right. Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
This Dunedin is still moderately affordable, though. I just read an article in North and South about a young lady who bought a house in Dunedin for under the 200 threshold, and she was only in her 20s. So it's still possible here. And if house prices go down here, yeah, even more possible. But I don't know.
But the flip side to that is, we talked about this once before, that the way that you get a healthy housing stock, houses that are already here, is you get capital gain, and then you can drive that money back into your property. If you have no capital gain, if you make no money on your property, you don't have that 100, 200k equity, then you don't get double glazing. You don't fix up the kitchen. You just leave it as it is, and then you get. I think there was a report recently here in Dunedin saying 3,000 houses in South Dunedin were unhealthy to live in.
Because people have not been able to afford to fix anything for years.
So
it
swings and roundabouts. And also New Zealanders have been building wealth, whether it's for retirement, whether it's for progressing into other properties, through housing. We don't have a very good saving rate when it comes to our retirements, etc. So people tend to buy houses. That's their retirement scheme. So I don't think it's as carte blanche as house prices must come down.
Yeah.
All those people who have just spent top dollar on their house, they live in some crazy place like Auckland. And
or they're borrowing on the equity of their house.
Yeah, and they've just spent $1 million on an average 2-bedroom dunga. If the house prices on them drop 100k, then they're in trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's quite as black and white as we just want them to drop. No question.
Well, the streets of Dunedin might be full of crying Aucklanders, though. So that might be a new vision.
It would be entertaining, I suppose.
Wouldn't it? We're not smug.